And then you have comparison and contrast. Comparison and contrast. Comparison, you are doing this. You are comparing the similarities of two things or two persons. Okay? While contrast, you are contrasting. You are presenting the differences of two things or two persons. For example, what is the comparison between Sir Carlo and Sir Terence? Both Sir Carlo and Sir Terence are English teachers, English majors, okay? What is their contrast? Anong pagkakaiba namin? No? Because Sir Terence is the advisor of grade 9 and Sir Carlo is the advisor of grade 7. Okay? So that is comparison and contrast. Comparison talks about similarities. So you use signal markers like similarly, in like manner, in the same way, while contrast talks about differences. And you use signal markers on the other hand, compared to, opposite to, in contrast, although, unless, and however. Okay, one of the graphic organizers that we use to present clearly comparison and contrast, we use Venn diagram. Okay, Venn diagram. So I would like to draw here a Venn diagram. Okay, Venn diagram. Okay. Okay, so here you are going to write, here in this part, you are going to write the differences. Differences, okay? Also, here, differences. While here, in the middle, you are writing the similarities. Okay? Yeah, that's how Venn diagram works. Okay? I hope that was clear to you. Okay? That's it. So here is an example of comparison and contrast. Okay? So always use transitional devices. Those signal markers I'm telling you. Like on the other hand, however, ganon. Next is enumeration. Enumeration is a listing. List of parts, of characteristics, of examples, etc. So here are the signal markers to start with. First, second, in addition, next, then another, finally, and also. So you use this. For example, you are the MC of the event and you use these transitional markers in presenting, okay? Presenting or following the list of event, no, that would happen in that particular moment. For example, to start with, please rise for the prayer. Okay, meanwhile, so yun. First, let us have the message of the guest speaker to be followed by ganon. In addition, I would like to let you know that he or she is my classmate during ganon. Okay. So yun, enumeration. So another thing for enumeration is that the presented in list in bullet form, okay? To make it more easier, okay? To recognize. But sometimes ginagamit yung first, second, first, and text. Okay, text. First, second. Yun. So learn more about transitional markers. Classification, text presents groupings, types, categories, or what I call is compartmentalization. Okay? Like for example, okay, concepts can be divided into 3 groups. Concrete concepts. Okay? So you are dividing it. Okay? You are dividing it. For example, system, language. Okay, let's say language. Okay? Let's say for example, language. Okay? As I told you, language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols used for the purpose of communication. So language Language. Language in itself has two systems. Okay? Let's say the system of sound, and the system of grammar, okay, or rules, right? System of grammar or of rules. So yun, those are the two concepts. Okay? So the same is true. So i-classify mo lang siya. And here are the what do you call this? The transitional markers. There are several types, kinds of, part of, and all. Okay. Now we move to thesis evidence, which is arguing a position. You are arranging it deductively or inductively. Okay, when you say deductively, it means that you are presenting the text. You are presenting the text in this manner. Okay? Deductive means from big to small. Okay? While inductive is from small to big. Okay? What do you mean by that? For example, you are presenting a text about the Philippines, the slum area in the Philippines. So when you use deductive form of reasoning, so first you are going to describe the broad area of the slum area before going to the numbers. Okay? Kung ilan ba yan sila, to the specifications. Okay? To the specifications. While, when you start off with inductive kind of reasoning, you are going to be specific first. How many people are poor in the Philippines before going to the broadest concepts. Okay, which is now, yun, no? Because you are using this argument, these numbers of the poorest slum area in the Philippines as your biggest idea, okay, broad idea to assert or to assert your argument, okay? So yun. So for example, yung mga sa SWS survey, so you use that as your evidence. O yun, inductive and deductive. So from big concept to small concept, from broad concept to a specific concept, okay? A specific concept to big concept. So remember class, deductive from big concept to smallest concept, and uh, broad to specific, and then inductive specific to big concept. Okay? So yun siya. Okay, so yan. Okay, but all of these things should support the thesis or main idea. The thesis, what is your main argument? Okay, what is your main argument? So your main argument, everything should support it. Your evidence 1, evidence 2. Thank you for listening.